Greetings, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome to this week's fun short video of the week that is hopefully, maybe, probably on a Wednesday. For this week's video, I am doing something that people have been requesting me for a long time and I haven't done for a really long time, and that is going through the subreddit r/Sappho and her friend, because it is so funny. Like, it's so funny and incredibly entertaining. So, as you know, queer people throughout history have been constantly portrayed to be straight. They're just like besties. It's just gals being pals, you know, they're sending each other love letters, they're being buried together, but they're just besties, nothing more. It's just incredibly funny, and this Reddit is dedicated to instances of like that, whether being pulled from like history or more recent events. We're just gonna have a look at some queer relationships being somehow twisted into being perceived as straight, because we can. And if you enjoy this video, please do not forget to hit subscribe. I am here 3 times a week and I would love to see you again soon. I am trying to hit 500k by the end of the year, and your support means a lot and helps me out, so thank you, and let's get into it. Okay. Emily Dickinson really wrote to Sue, "I tore open your letter and licked the envelope seal for any lingering taste of you, and historians thought they were just friends." It's so funny, like so funny, how hard historians try to convince themselves and everyone else that queer people just didn't exist, that these relationships are straight, because in what world? Either these historians have no friends and so they have no idea how friends interact with each other, or they're sending some really mixed signals to their own friends because this is not a thing that friends do. I think if you're trying to convince yourself that this is what friends do, you need to like reevaluate just a little bit. I don't think anyone was buying it. I don't think anyone was buying this. You can try to tell me as much as you want that this is a heterosexual thing to do with your bestie, but no one for a second is believing you. This is one of my favorite pictures on the internet. It's Kristen Stewart at Hooters around a bunch of the workers at Hooters, and she's like kind of like smiling and like laughing, and the caption reads, "We finally figured out what makes Kristen Stewart smile. Hot wings. The Twilight star posed for this amazing photo after eating at the Hooters restaurant in Texas recently." This is so funny to me. This is so funny because like I'm so obsessed with this heterosexual projection. And sure, I guess at the time this was taken, I feel like she wasn't out, so I guess people don't want to assume or like project or like out her, so I guess it could be seen as kind of respectful, but I think in that case maybe we just don't put a caption on it at all. Maybe just be like, "Here's Kristen Stewart at Hooters. Read into it what you may," because this is hilarious. No one's fucking buying this. This is so funny. You don't look at this image and like have a heterosexual explanation for it. And I just want to know what the internet's reaction to this was at the time. Like, I was not on Twitter or whatever when Twilight was like big. I was not in that sort of space, but I know what the internet would look like if something like this happened now, and that's really amusing to me, and I really want to see what like Tumblr and shit looked like at this time, because it's fucking hilarious. I don't know if you've heard this or not, but they are making a Picture of Dorian Gray TV show. It's like a modern adaptation of Dorian Gray. And firstly, I have questions as to how you're going to make a modern adaptation of Dorian Gray. Like, Dorian Gray only works because of when it's set. Like, nothing about it makes any sense in modern day society. Like, it is perfect for the time, but you can't translate that into now. It just doesn't work. But secondly, the real problem and the reason this is here is that they are making Basil and Dorian brothers. They're making them brothers. What? What? No, I don't think you can be doing that. Sure, in the book, they weren't like openly saying they were in a relationship or whatever, obviously. However, it is a very queer book. The way they speak about each other, the way Basil like idolizes Dorian and is so infatuated by him is so queer. Like, this book is so queer. It was used in the trial against Oscar Wilde. This was used as evidence in Oscar Wilde's trial about him being queer. Like, you cannot make them brothers. What are you doing? Also, like, some of the shit that he says, right? Like, the way Basil speaks about Dorian, which is, like, so intrinsic to the story and, like, literally is what the story is about, would be really fucking weird to say about your brother. Like, none of this works in a modern setting, and also none of it works in a brother setting. You can't take the gay out of Dorian Gray. You cannot make them brothers. What the fuck are you doing? Why? Like, for what purpose? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know whose decision it was to do it, but I think that who did it? Katy Rose Rogers, whoever the fuck you are, get out. Fucking leave. Go away. This isn't for you, right? These are two statues, and it says, statues like this typically depict a married couple. It was unusual for two women to be sculpted side by side. The relationship between these two women is not specified. Let's put our thinking caps on for a moment, shall we? If sculptures like this are usually made of married couples, I feel like the relationship has, in fact, been specified. Just because you don't like the answer doesn't mean that it's not right in front of you. You cannot be looking at, like, clear historical evidence and be like, but, like, it's two women though. Gives me a headache. The amount of history that has been just, like, so misunderstood because of our own projection of, like, the patriarchy is so wild. Like, the same with, like, women being dug up with, like, hunting tools, and they're like, oh, it must be their husband's hunting tools. It's like, or maybe she's a hunter. Even down to the way we, like, look at the animal kingdom. Like, we look at lions, and the way we have studied and researched lions and presented what we know about lions and their, like, dynamics between male and female lions was so misconstrued because scientists refused to believe that, like, the male lion couldn't be the one with all the power. Fascinating stuff. Anyway, they're married, obviously. Oh my god, pull your head out of your ass. Here we have a screenshot of Owl House showing in China. So first we have the original, which I don't remember these characters' names, but the main character and the girl that she's dating. And she says, do you want to go out with me? But then in China, what it translates to, like what they said, is let's dress up and travel together. Okay. Firstly, I feel like we're going to run into some issues of people are using TV to learn English. They're going to get themselves really confused here, and they could go ask someone the absolute wrong thing. But I think that would be kind of funny in general. But also, obviously, onto the bigger issue of this just is wild. I don't understand homophobia even a little bit, obviously. I don't understand banning queer media. Like, none of that makes any sense to me at all. Queer media being illegal is so baffling because we obviously get to the point of, like, queer media doesn't make you queer, just like straight media doesn't make you straight. That's not how this fucking works. Like, being gay is illegal, so they don't show it on TV, but murder and rape and all of that, that's also illegal, but that's okay. We can show people, like, killing each other. We can't show two girls kissing though. That's too far. That crosses the line. I don't know about that one, you know? Yeah, so in this, they obviously change that, and then they just cut out the parts where they're kissing as though people are stupid and can't piece things together. It does remind me though of when I went to Indonesia, the censorship they have is so funny. You can't have, like, guns and knives on TV, so they, like, blur them out, but you still have them dying. You just can't see the weapon. It's kind of the same sort of thing as that, right? If it's like, we're censoring it, but you still know what's going on. It's just kind of a ridiculous fucking rule. Let people be gay on TV. Let people be gay. Homophobia is stupid and doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand. This says, Freddy Mercury having a sleepover with some close friends circa 1980. And it's Freddy Mercury in bed with, like, 6 other men. And they all look the same. And that's so funny. Taking, like, love yourself to a whole new fucking level. When your type is just yourself, that's gold. That's so funny. That's brilliant. Oh my god, did you all see those like girls that went to prom together on TikTok and they look literally identical? Same sort of vibe. Like if you're dating someone who looks exactly the same as you, like, I mean, at least you think you're hot. And I do have to laugh because I love the implication that they are all just friends having a sleepover. And, you know, obviously we have a lot of evidence to prove otherwise. Like we know that Freddie Mercury was queer, like that's very well established. But I love referring to them as like having a sleepover with close friends because it does kind of imply that like the people who say this, like this is what their sleepovers look like. Like they're having just incredibly like homoerotic sleepovers with the bros. Here we have two brides in a photo and there is a dog sitting on one of her dresses and it says, "Our puppy fell asleep on my dress during our wedding. I would love an artistic edit on the photo, painting or digital art. We'll pay money for the best work." Someone in the replies edited the photo and she removed the background and also removed the other bride, which is quite funny. But to me, this actually gets funnier because she apologized and said that she didn't know that it was another bride. Like she has nothing against two women being married, doesn't think that that can't be a possibility. She just had the culture difference of she didn't know the significance of white dresses. So she thought, you know, the bride was in the big beautiful dress, anyone else in a nice dress must be a bridesmaid. So instead of actually being queer erasure, what this actually was dress shaming. And that's so funny. She saw this other bride and was like, okay, well that dress isn't nice enough to be a bride's dress. This dress, this is beautiful, it's big, it's flowy. She's obviously the bride. This other woman, her dress is like, it's not as nice. So she's obviously a bridesmaid. That's so funny. I found that incredibly amusing. So, you know, bride was not removed for reasons of two women cannot get married. Bride was removed because she was being dress shamed. And I just think that's really amusing. And also a great way to wrap up this video. This is one of the shortest videos I've filmed in a really long time. Oh my god. But I'm gonna go over and film another video for my second channel instead. So if you are interested in that, then go follow me along over there. I'm about to sit down and talk about some books that I read. In May, I dedicated myself to only reading sapphic books for the whole month, and I am about to go sit down and talk about them over on the second channel. So if you want to sit down with me and just have a bit of a chat about books and my recommendations and my thoughts and feelings, etc., and just hang out over there, please do go check that out on Kiwi with a Q, so QIWI, or the link in the description. I would love to see you over there. I hope that you enjoyed this video. A massive thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons: Stella, Trippy Day 27, Bay the Trucker, Chastity, Beckett, Prismatic PT, LJ James D, MA Ping the Games, Blaze, Uh-Oh It's Craiglow, Phil the Duck, Jessie A, River, Queen Glimmer, Ella, Lady Nutbar, Mr. Noodle, Radsack, Knitting Menace, Samuel, Chris, Ellie, Alexis, and Bobby. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah. When you close your eyes.